So, big changes are coming to Uganda in 2025. We're talking about a complete overhaul of how entrepreneurship is taught to senior secondary students. This is the advanced level, that really crucial 2 year period that gets them ready for university and for the world of work. But look, this isn't just some minor update to a textbook. It's a whole new blueprint designed to tackle real economic challenges head on. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what that blueprint looks like. And really, it all boils down to this one massive question. How do you actually build a nation of innovators and job creators? It's about shifting the focus away from just, cramming information into students' heads and moving towards giving them the actual practical skills and the right mindset to solve real problems and, this is the key part, to create their own opportunities. And this slide right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. The old way was all theory. You learn about business, maybe from a book. The 2025 blueprint flips that completely on its head. Now, it's all about learning by doing business. It's a fundamental shift from passive knowledge to active, hands-on competence. So here's our game plan for this breakdown. First, we'll dig into the why behind this new blueprint. Then, we'll see what learning by doing actually looks like in the classroom. After that, we'll follow the students' 2-year journey, unpack the essential skills they'll gain for life, and finally, we'll look at the big picture, what kind of future this curriculum is hoping to build. All right, let's jump in. Section 1, the new entrepreneurial blueprint. What's the core reason for such a huge educational change? Why do this, and why now? Well, the official syllabus is crystal clear about its main goal. It is laser-focused on one thing: helping students learn how to spot opportunities, create jobs for themselves and for others, and in doing so, help bring down unemployment. This is education with a very direct, real-world economic mission. Okay, so if the goal is to create a nation of job creators, how in the world do you teach that? Well, that question brings us right to the core philosophy of this whole new curriculum: learning by doing. Now, the syllabus uses a fancy term for this: learner-centered pedagogy. But what does that really mean? Look at the definition here. It's about students constructing their own knowledge through active participation. In other words, students are no longer just passive listeners. They are active builders of their own understanding and skills. So you might be wondering, how do you grade this? Well, it's a huge move away from that one big, scary final exam. Assessment is now continuous. Teachers are watching skills develop in real time, they're having conversations to see if students really get it, and most importantly, they're grading the things students actually create: the real reports, the budgets, the business plans. It's all about what you can do, not just what you can memorize. So, what does this journey actually feel like for a student? Let's map out their 2-year adventure, from being a student in Senior 5 to becoming a potential founder by the end of Senior 6. This planner gives us a fantastic bird's-eye view. You can see how it all flows so logically. Senior 5 kicks off with the basics. What is entrepreneurship? What's the environment like? Then it's straight into ideas, planning, and actually making things. By Senior 6, they're tackling the tough stuff: managing people, finance, taxes, and competition. It really does mirror the complete life cycle of a real-world business. And to make this even more real, let's look at some of the actual activities. For instance, to come up with business ideas, students are asked to do a transect walk. That means literally walking through their own community, observing problems, and spotting opportunities firsthand. This isn't learning from a book, it's learning from the world right outside the classroom door. And the focus is always on tangible results. It's not enough to just talk about an idea. Students have to create a complete, workable business plan for a business they've chosen themselves. This forces them to think through every single detail, from marketing to money. And hey, it's not all just spreadsheets and serious reports. The curriculum also sparks creativity. For example, in the marketing module, students have to design an actual eye-catching advertisement. This is where business sense meets creative communication skills. And, this is a really important point. This whole curriculum isn't just about building businesses. It's about building capable, well-rounded people who are ready for the modern world, no matter what they choose to do. The curriculum is explicitly designed to build what it calls generic skills. And as you can see, these are the super skills you need for pretty much any career today: critical thinking, being creative, knowing your way around tech, working in a team, and communicating clearly. Whether they start a company or join one, these skills are pure gold. But it goes even deeper than that. Woven into every topic are these key societal themes. It encourages students to think beyond just making a profit, to think about their impact on the environment, on public health, and on creating a business that's inclusive for everyone. It's about building entrepreneurs with a conscience. And finally, it's about character. The curriculum is actively promoting core values like integrity, social responsibility, and fairness. The message is pretty clear, right? The goal isn't just to create successful entrepreneurs, it's to build a generation of ethical and fair leaders who create businesses that truly benefit society. So let's zoom all the way out. Let's bring this all together in our final section. What is the grand vision here? What's the future that this massive educational reform is trying to build? I think this quote, pulled right from the syllabus itself, just nails it. The ultimate goal is to empower a generation that can apply everything they've learned, their knowledge, skills, and values, to meet and solve emerging societal and economic challenges. It's about creating active, engaged problem solvers. And that leaves us with one last really exciting question to think about. This is a blueprint for a new kind of education, one that's all about practice, innovation, and responsibility. So the real question is, with these new tools and this new way of thinking, what will Uganda's next generation of entrepreneurs choose to build?